Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akhwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Waf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is an interview with Paul Wall. He's on the Breakfast Club show, and Jess Hilarious, she asked him a question about, when did he, some to the extent of when did he find out he was white, and he's explaining, like where he grew up and all this other stuff. So I want to play this video, and this is for educational purposes only. Not getting any monetary value or anything off of it. Copyright disclaimer, but just because someone appears to be so-called white, that doesn't mean that that's what they are. Because I believe this brother is a Jake, you know what I'm saying? Because he got too much swag, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't too big on Paul Wall and them back in the days, but they had some some joints, you know what I'm saying? Club bangers and little stuff like that, But I just want to play this little part as to how he's explaining it. And you can just tell the way he kick it. He got swag, man. I believe he's a Jake, but we do these lessons because this truth is not about a skin color thing. Now you have these so-called white people, they try and place us in this box and call us black Hebrew Israelites, but they don't talk about the fact that there's men that's on the highways and byways. They look like so-called white men that's in the camps. But they try and throw that stereotype on it, to kind of give it some darkness, trying to make us seem as if, we're just some idiots that don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and speckled bird or people that look like other nationalities, hey, those are Israelites, man. If their spirit resonates with this Bible, man, resonates with these scriptures. Because see, you have to realize, and it's just common sense, man. Only here in America do they talk that white black bullshit, or they get to talking about your biracial, multiracial shit like that. That's some American shit. And it's not that old. I think that the term biracial really took off in the 1970s. That's when they really started using it. You know what I'm saying? But other countries, they know full well that you are what your dad is. You are the seed of your father. Whatever your dad is, that's exactly what you are. Now, we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And of course, the men of our nation have had sex with the women of these other nations. So we look like every fucking body now. You may have, it's Israelites that look like Chinese people, Japanese people, so-called white people. So it's not a color thing. And that's the reason why, we do little lessons like this, like little back to the basics lessons. Because when you first come into this truth, a lot of so-called black people, they do believe that it's just them. It's just people of color. But everybody got a family member that looks like they're so-called white or something else. You know what I'm saying? But they'll be a, so-called Negro, so to speak. But anyway, let's just grab what he said. Again, it's for educational purposes only. And we'll just grab the scriptures to actually prove what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? Because again, this is not a skin color thing. You when you come into this truth, you gotta be spiritual about this thing, man. It's only common sense. I mean, really, in reality, it's common sense. But, if the spirit not dealing with you, more than likely, you're not going to get it anyway. It just don't make no difference. But because the Lord is only dealing with the elect of Israel. But let's play the video.
Oh, the white people told me I was white.
Oh, the white people came back to recruit you.
Yeah, they was like, you white. Why you talking act like that? You white. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Where was this?
Houston.
Where were you? Who was that exact moment?
Like when was the moment I discovered I was white?
Yes, where's that?
I don't know. Definitely in school, elementary school maybe, or middle school. I remember that. But I mean, all my friends were black or Mexican or Asian. I lived in a very diverse neighborhood. There was, there were white people there, but it was, Mexican, black, Vietnamese, Indian, and
mixed up.
All kind of a lot of everything. Even it was like FBA, black, but it was also like a lot of immigrants, black, like Chameleon, he's Nigerian. There were other, immigrants. They were black as well. But so we got a great mixture of, growing up in America, I guess.
And when they told you was white, he was like, damn, man, how did you
cry? He short. He just said, did you cry? I went, don't cry, I went and cried in the car. Mama, you ain't tell me I was white. But my mama did take a DNA test. She 3%.
3% what, black? Okay.
Yeah. So I know that. I know she can't say the N-word. That ain't enough for her to say the N-word.
Not 3%.
You ever took a test?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, not that my mama would ever want to say the N-word. By the way, you know, she ain't never said that in her life.
Why you scared to test? Cause you scared to test because you might be too white? Might be like 67%.
Then I'm really crying like, damn, man. Nah, I don't know. I really want to, but I'm just, you know, it's the conspiracy theorist in me. It's like, I don't know if they're going to use my data and they're going to say, oh, he's this and this and this, so that means he's more susceptible to these diseases, and they're going to use it to, you know, I don't know. It's just, I know it might sound crazy, but it's just it's the conspiracy theorist in me that's like, I really want to get it, though, but I'm like, man, I don't know, man.
Paul is a real conspiracy theorist, though. But like, you don't even believe in dinosaurs.
Yeah, oh, no.
Why?
I always thought they was fake. I don't know. It just, I never believed that.
Okay. So you see the dude, man, you know, but you could tell he got swag, man. That's a Jake, man. You know, you listen to the music, you know what I'm saying? You know, I believe he's a Jake. Well, anyway, you can clearly see that he's no different really than them. He's sitting there comfortably just kicking it with them like he's just one of them. You know, but again, there's no such thing as white or black people, man. Those are social constructs that was made up. I think in I think it was 1681 when they came up with that social construct, because those are colors, man. Colors are not nationalities or ethnicities. Land masses are not, ethnicities. You know, you are what your dad is, man. It just is what it is. There's 18 nations in the Bible. Each nation has a biblical name, and if you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob's name was changed to Israel or Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew tongue. Then you are a prince of the power. That's what that name means. You know, he had 12 sons. Those 12 sons are the progenitors of, you know, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American race. But it, like I said, again, it's not a color thing. Those 12 sons are the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And only the children of Israel have that salt, that have that flavor, you know, that's got that swag. The Lord he gave us a different spirit than he gave the other, nations, man. So let's just go to the scriptures, though. Let's get this Numbers, and we go with the Bible, man. We're not listening to Esau with his fucking science and all that bullshit, talking about people biracial, multiracial, when he know full well that the sperm is already a damn kid within the man's sack. So the kid gotta be what he is, and the scripture's gonna explain it right here. Let's get Numbers chapter 1. I'm just gonna get to the point here, verse 2, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 18. And it reads, take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their poll. It's the house of your father. That's how your lineage is determined. See, it says every male by their poll. It's not saying every female. Because see, what Esau has done is he's placed a woman in the household as the head of the damn household, actually, where she's running every goddamn thing, and she's the most important thing on the fucking planet now, because that's the way that he has set it up, and the men are kind of just pushed to the side, especially the so-called black man, Hispanic and Native American man. But anyway, this is how your seed line goes. Let me read that back again. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. So why doesn't it say by the house of their mothers, or every female by their polls? Because your seed line goes through your dad. You constantly see the genealogy of men in the scriptures. Not saying that there's not women names here and there, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I gotta say at least 99%, you're just gonna see men. Why is that? Why did the Lord create, the man first? And see, you have this woman worship shit that's going on in the planet. But let's jump to verse 18. Now, mind you, it names off the tribe leaders, which are men. All the 12 tribes right here, right? But let's jump down to 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees. What's a pedigree? Matter of fact, it's really ancestry over here, but I want to go into it. Let me see, Salakia. Salak. I never, let's define it in Google. Let's see what Google has to say about a pedigree. It says the record or descent of an animal showing it to be purebred, okay? Then they have a second one. See, it says that the recorded ancestry, especially upper class ancestry of a person or family. See? And that was very important to have your genealogy back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Very, very important. That's where, you know, you get that family tree. Matter of fact, because it gives you similar words right here too. Let's get a few of them. It says ancestry, descent, lineage, right? So let me put in the word family tree real quick. You know, back in the days, they used to have like the big ass family Bible, and that's how they used to keep your birth, you know, birth dates, and when the day you were born, death certificates and stuff like that was written in in Bibles. You know, they used to have like the first, I don't know, maybe 10 or so pages of a big ass Bible where you could write down, you know what I'm saying, the birth of someone, when they died, such and such, and that was pretty much how people kept their lineage intact, back in the older days. I know, like when I was in the South, my grandmother and them had Bibles and stuff like that, right? Let me see, family tree. It's like, I don't know why this shit loading so slow. Come on, man, what the fuck? Nah, it's a lock here. Oh, wow. I don't know, something popping. Anyway. You can just put it in again. If not. But you get what I'm saying, what a family tree is. I just wanted to kind of get that picture of it. Where, it starts from, maybe your great-great-great-great-grandfather. Like the lineage of Yahushua, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus in the book of Matthew. He has a long lineage. And that's how we know that he was born of a father, man. He had an actual dad. Joseph was his dad, man. We don't believe in that virgin birth shit, man, because it's not scriptural. It don't make no sense. Especially if he got a family lineage. Why would he have a genealogy and a whole list of men that were his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfathers and stuff if he didn't come through one of them, if he didn't come through that same seed line? Well, let me read this back again, Salakia. Numbers 1:18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. See that? According to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So why didn't it say the families? Why didn't it say the mother? See, because the male seed, that's the lineage, man. That's how life goes on. The woman, she's pretty much earth. She's like ground that the seed is being planted in. She gives that seed the nutrients that it needs, and then once that seed comes forth, it's exactly what the dad is. You can't get around it, man. And now it may sound, because we live in this woman's world. Women just, a lot of women they're not accepting that shit at all. Well, we, yeah, you got an important part in the birth, but you're not the progenitor, though. Because actually, when women get married, what do? They have their father's name at first, but when they get married, generally, they take on the name of their husband. Why? Why does the man take on the name of the woman? You got some of these simps out here, they would. But anyway, you get the point. Your lineage goes through your dad, man. It's that simple. So when I seen this and he was trying to explain it, I'm like, well, shit, hey, man, he could very, very well be an Israelite, in which I'm thinking he is, though, because like I said, Paul Wall got some swag to him. He used to be all right back in the days, but you could just see that swag on him, man. He said he didn't know that he was white until people who told him he was white, But like I said again, man, there's no such thing as white people, man. I don't know why this shit. Oh, okay, we went back to pedigree. Let's see. I'm put in, when did the term white come about? It says, before the mid-1600s, there was no evidence that the English referred to themselves as being white people, and they didn't. This concept did not occur until 1613 when the English society first encountered and contrasted themselves against the East Indians through their colonial pursuits. So it's basically it's just it's a social construct because these people are not actually white; they're actually pinkish to reddish in color. They're Edomites, you know. But they've come up with these social constructs, to kind of separate themselves from who they really are. The average Edomite don't know who they really are. The average so-called black person, they don't know who they are. None of these people know who they are. None of these nations know who they actually are biblically, because of the so-called white man. He done fucked up everything. Yeah, going into a bunch of bullshit history. Okay, so they have white people in the Wikipedia. Let's see. It says, white is a racial classification of people generally used for those of mostly European ancestry. It is also a skin color specifier, although the definition can vary depending on context, nationality, ethnicity, and point of view. Description of populations as white in reference to their skin color is occasionally found in Greco-Roman ethnography, Slovakia, and other ancient and medieval sources, but these societies did not have any notion of a white race or pan-European identity. The term white race or white people defined by their light skin, among other physical, no, it's not light skin, they don't have no damn melanin, that's what it is, among other physical characteristics, entered the major European languages in the later 17th century, when the concept of unified white achieved greater acceptance in Europe in the context of racialized slavery and social status in the European colonies. Scholarship on race distinguishes the modern concept from pre-modern descriptions, which focus on physical complexion rather than the idea of race. Prior to the modern era, no European people regarded themselves as white, but rather defined their identity in terms of religion, ancestry, ethnicity, or nationality. And they're not Europeans. That's another name. They're not Russians. They're not Ukrainians. They're not Americans. They're not all these places that, you know what I'm saying, they're situated at, man. They are Edomites. This is Esau, Edom. In the Greek, they're Idumeans, man. That's the Edomite race. The scripture says that Esau came out red. That's their actual color. Right? Matter of fact, let's throw some images up. Let's see. See, this is your typical, the way, pretty much overall the way Esau looks somewhat. But, you see some a lot more redder. It depends, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some shit motherfuckers look like brake lights on the damn car, man. Okay, so let me see, though. Let's just put in white people. And you're going to see that these people are not white. See? Like this guy right here, his shirt is white. I think it's white, or it looks kind of blue. You see, like this guy right here. He has on his white t-shirt. This guy's not white. No. There's no such thing as white people. Like this guy right here. Yeah, the Lord done a real number on these people by not giving them melanin too. But again, you know what I'm saying? Like, But the point is made. You can clearly see, man, these people are not white people. Like this lady right here, her shirt is white, but she's not the color of her shirt. So why is she calling, why do they call themselves white? Because it's a social construct. See? This guy right here, his shirt is white, his hair is white, but he's not white. And then, like I said, it's different shade. They're just different shades of red. And everybody else is just different shades of brown, man. There's no such thing as black people neither. Like I said again, those are all social constructs. So, pray that the lesson was edifying. We do little lessons like this too, like this guy right here. See, he's an Edomite. Well, he might not be an Edomite. Because like I said, again, this is not a color thing. Israelites look like this too. There are Israelites that look like this guy. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? It's not a color thing. We go by the spirit, man. Read the spirit. But anyway, I'm going to end out there. Hey, I pray that this lesson was edifying. I think Paul Wall is a Jake, though. Look at him. See, this is him right here. See, this niggas in the hood look like this, man. I got family members that look like this. So, again, it's not a color thing, man. So get that bullshit out of your head when you come into this truth. You have to realize that your people, the Israelites, they were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth and look like everybody, man. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yasha Allah and the Bible Ball.